Do, to see or not to see. Join the rush line, try the lottery, or pay full price. It's the best show you'll see. Do, to see or not to see. Hi, guys.
Did you miss us? We're back.
Yes.
Jumping right in. We're talking about Carmen Jones, which is playing at the Classical Stage Theater. Limited run up until August 19th. We saw it a couple weeks ago together.
Yes.
And this is based on a Second World War setting, and Anika Noni Rose plays the title character of Carmen Jones. She's a parachute maker, and she wages her own quarrel involving an airman and a boxer, and then we watch the drama that unfolds. The play uses Bizet's opera score, and it's an adaptation by Oscar Hammerstein, and it has an all African American cast. And it's the first major New York revival since its Broadway debut over 75 years ago.
Yes.
What'd you think?
Well, I mean, I was just so captivated by Anika Noni Rose, who plays the lead. When they put her in that red dress in the second half of the show, I was like, oh, honey, like she made me want to go to the gym and just really get my life together. She looks amazing and then match her voice.
She has body.
Also, I was really impressed because I think I only spotted like one white person in the orchestra. They may have been Hispanic. A lot of times we'll see people will bring shows featuring all performers of color, and you look at the musicians and there are not anyone. This is New York City. Come on. Like, people, the best of the best come here to learn to play. So I was really impressed by that. There was this ensemble member, this guy who played Sergeant Brown, Trowell Tillman, and I was like, wait, he's so cute.
He is super fun.
I was like, why didn't they cast him? He had this lovely beard. Yeah. I was like, why is he not the lead? But then in watching, like, the performance, I was like, oh, he keeps giving me this one look. Like, there weren't many levels to it. It was pensive but sexy. But he kept giving it to everyone, so I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe that's why they decided to go with Clifton, who was also in the play That Goes Wrong. We saw that show, but he wasn't in it when we saw it.
Well, I really thought that it was very good overall. I'm not the biggest fan of opera, and the whole play is opera, so there was a little bit of disconnect there for me. However, even with that being said, the vocal performances that were given by pretty much every single cast member were stellar. And so even though I'm not a big fan of the genre, I enjoyed the performances. They were able to kind of transcend my dislike for opera. I thought Anika Noni Rose did a really great job. She's such a well-rounded performer. She can do it all, especially thinking of the last role I saw her in, Power, playing jukebox, which is completely opposite of the role that she plays in Carmen. Overall, I liked it. I would give it 4 out of 5 stars.
I really like the way that they did all the staging, and they used the little War Factory boxes. Like, they made those boxes everything, whatever they needed. The blocking and everything was well. Oh, and I forgot to mention David Aaron Demond, the boxer. Like, he was, I was like, pick me up, please, sir. Great. Stop the show. Please just lift me, carry me.
Very convincing in that role.
Yes, his voice really matched his physique. And I've heard whispers that this show
going to Broadway.
Yeah, maybe you'll be able to see it after this run.
I could see it moving to Circle in the Square, transferring there pretty easily.
Speaking of which,
right? But give your rating first.
Oh yes, I said 4.
Oh, you did. Okay.
I said similarly.
So speaking of Circle in the Square Theater,
currently running there is Once on This Island. Timoon is a fearless peasant girl in search of her place in the world and ready to risk it all for love. Guided by mighty island gods, Timoon sets out on a remarkable journey to reunite with the man who has captured her heart. Tell me more, tell me more.
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect from this. You had seen or heard about it before, and we saw it separately. Beautiful staging. I was pleasantly surprised by the crowd interaction, by kind of the ingenuity of using a curtain to do shadows within the play. I enjoyed the music. I enjoyed the rich characters. I enjoyed the choreography by Camille A. Brown.
Yeah, she's really been putting it in lately. Kudos to her.
Haley Kilgore, who's a new face. She plays the lead to Moon. I thought she was very kind of very fresh and young and youthful and had a lot of verve within her character. I really liked it. Like, really liked it. And especially I loved Alex Newell, who plays a woman in this show.
Yes.
I think you pronounce it Asaka. And I didn't know it was a man, but his performance, and they did that number at the Tonys, was just like showstopper.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So I loved it.
I mean, Alex really, he is a showstopper. And you might remember Alex from Glee, in which he played Unique, I think the character was, right? A young man, you know, who also liked to wear wigs and be very beautiful. And so I think this was an easy transition and a smart choice on the casting director side. I mean, he did beautifully in the role. Also, let's not forget to mention Lea Salong, who was also a goddess herself. I mean, and she was giving you everything character-wise and like just so regal and still, you know, serving you everything you wanted. So I really enjoyed her performance as well. It was theater and around.
Right.
So everyone got to see a different perspective. I thought they worked well with that.
A lot of the actors have since transitioned out, like after the Tonys. That often happens. I was really captivated by Tamara Gray's performance, formerly of American Idol fame. She played Death, and when I saw it, I thought she was excellent. I've never seen her have such a dark role, and I thought she took it on very well.
Yeah, I think that was also a smart casting choice in trying to get
unconventional.
So they used Meryl Dandridge when I first saw it. I saw it closer to the opening, and she's in Greenleaf, so she plays the
she's
pastor.
Back in it now.
Oh, did you get to see Norm Lewis? He did a run.
No.
He came in and replaced Quentin. Well, I got to see Quentin was really great as well. I do want to say that I have one major qualm with this show.
What's that?
So I heard this was a new, updated production, and so I went along with it. I enjoyed the journey that this young girl was going through. But at the end, they didn't change anything. And I was kind of surprised that we didn't hear a lot from the Broadway community about this. But our friend Brandon Victor Dixon, he also noted that this is a show that kind of requires the lead, a young black woman, to make a major sacrifice for this young, wealthy man who is necessarily not of color in this island, so to speak. He's the white elite, or would take that role. And she gets nothing, and he still has everything.
But to counter that point, that's a great point. I went with a friend, Corinne, and she brought up that it was very like true to life, because it kind of tells you sometimes for black people life is no crystal stair, and it isn't always a fairy tale, and it doesn't always end up like the storybook. So in that way, it kind of brings the reality and realness to what our stories sometimes are.
I would have liked to see a more modern twist where she's like, I was not fulfilled. I tried to give you everything. Oh, you don't want me? And now I'm going to go away to university. And now they sing the song, they tell her story, right? She leaves the island and starts a whole new life.
There it is.
I'm just saying.
Well, you write that one.
I'm just saying. That's one little twist I would have liked to see to make it a little more modern, especially for performers of color. Oh, this is your choice, and this is the goal, to play this role in which you sacrifice everything.
Fair enough.
When you've already been through it all. I think that would have made the show much more enjoyable for me. But the performers, the ensemble, the lighting, the costumes, the set, the way they erected the tree, I mean,
beautiful.
It was a beautiful production overall.
What do you rate it?
I'm really upset still by the ending. So I'm going to give it 3.75.
Okay, and I'll give it 4.5. I loved it. I'm 4.5 out of 5 stars. Well, tune in next time. We can't wait to bring more reviews to you.
Yes.
Next time on to see or not to see. Bye-bye.